Let me get rid of that music. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I see Mel, I see Aureen, I see Kathy. How are you guys doing in this beautiful morning? We have 17 degrees Celsius, which is about 63 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's the weather is nice today. But how's everyone doing? What I planned for about this is that I was remembering yesterday about and hello Keisha. I was listening to my is it this one? No, is it the one before? 70 likes. Thank you guys. It was the Nicholas Kirby interrogation, which I guess was this one. This one. Yes. And
I'm just gonna.
There were some things that didn't make sense to me of when stuff happened. And I know people in the comments have been telling me, well, I don't remember if it was this time or the last time, they were telling me that Kirby lied during his testimony. And Darrell wasn't. I mean, you can say a ton about Darrell Brooks, but he seemed confused as well about that. So I wanted to try to map the situation out. So what we're going to do is going to grab this video. We're going to be listening to this video, and then we are going to go to a map of Waukesha. Wisconsin. And what we're going to do, let me get rid of this thing. There you go. And we are going to see how it maps out. Because I remember Kirby saying that, and we're gonna go through it. I think it's easier if we just listen to it and then we pinpoint the places where allegedly they everything happened. So let's start the video.
I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna work off the list of the people who's here.
Okay. Yeah. It's Kirby. Okay.
Do you recall the events of November 21st?
Is the audio okay, everyone? If you could tell me if my voice sounds loud, if you can hear the video, that will help me up. Audio is great. Awesome to hear. Okay. Oh, Waukesha has an airport. Interesting. So I need to find Main Street, Waukesha. Okay, here's Frame Park. This is Waukesha, Main Street. Okay, so this is roughly where everything happened. Because this is Main Street and this is Frame Park. So I want to see how long or if it makes sense his testimony. So let's listen.
Of 2021.
All too well.
And what were you doing that day?
What time of the...
Hello, Kelly. I don't know. I don't know what can I do about notifications. I want people to be here, but I get the feeling that not a lot of people get the notification about the stream going live. So I'm not sure what to do about that. But I'm glad that you're here, Kathy. The Kelly.
The day.
Kathy too.
Around 3 o'clock-ish.
3 o'clock-ish. Around 3 o'clock-ish, I was walking with Corey around Waukesha. Earlier, well, Yeah.
Okay.
And made reference to walking with Corey. Who is Corey?
Corey is a friend of Miss Patterson's.
And would it be fair to say that it's also a friend of yours?
Yeah, I mean, I know notifications is on YouTube, but I want people to be here. I like to talk with everyone, and we're gonna be here for a while. Today is Sunday, and I already did the important thing that I had to do today. So, as long as you guys are here chatting with me, I'll be here, having a good time with you.
Mutual friend, yes.
In reference to Corey?
Yes.
Oh. And what were you doing?
Walking around Waukesha, she was waiting for Miss Patterson to get done meeting with Mr. Brooks. You.
Okay.
At 3 o'clock?
Around 3 o'clock-ish. Around that time, I had advised her not to go meet with Mr. Brooks.
You made reference to Mr. Brooks. Who's that?
That would be you.
Hello, D. Happy Sunday. How are you doing today? Give me 1 second. I'm just going to go to my channel and post it on Discord, so maybe people can see it there. My channel. And this is the live. There. Copy. I'm going to go to Discord. All right, showing hands out of today's everyone that's 5 people that are here right now. How many of you have the notification bell on? Because I know that has something to do about getting notified. Discord. I'm gonna let Darrell talk.
And why would you say it would be you? That's you.
Because that's your name.
And you were privy to that information at the time?
I was privy to the information about you about a week prior to this incident.
About a week prior. And during your walking around, what were you doing with Corey?
Walking, like literally walking. We went from one store to walking around downtown after Erica told us she was going to be going to meet with Mr. Brooks. That would be you. I had advised her not to do it because it was a bad idea, and I was in fear for her safety.
You made reference to going from one store to another. What stores are you referencing?
Okay.
Dollar General and
Dollar General. This is what I wanted to check. How long did he walk? How long did it took to get there? Hey, thank you for having it. Actually, get the notification. It doesn't always. Okay. So Dollar General, Waukesha, around Frame Park, I guess. Dollar General. Okay, so they were here when they first started seeing. There's a restaurant called El Sol de Mexico. Let's check what they have. All right, let's see. They have enchiladas suizas. That's something about enchiladas. If you don't know, enchiladas are basically a tortilla with sauce and either cheese or some kind of meat inside of it. But we have something that's called Swiss enchiladas, and that has cheese on top, but they're not Swiss at all. $12.95 is kind of expensive. Well, I guess for America, it's not that much. Taco dinner, 3 tacos of your choice, ground beef, shredded chicken, or al pastor, $11.95. That's not that bad. Taco dinner supreme, your choice of chicken, ground beef, or pork, served with fresh guacamole and sour cream. That actually sounds okay. Gorditas, I love gorditas. Fat pancakes stuffed with beans, cheese of your choice, chicken, ground beef, or rajas. I wouldn't trust an enchilada in Wisconsin. Well, I mean, we are Mexican. We exist everywhere, so it may be good. It may be good, and we can see some. I mean, it looks good. I mean, it looks okay. I mean, would you guys eat that? Let me show you my favorite tacos. One of my favorite taco spots here in Tijuana. It's called El Taconazo. Tacos. This is what our tacos look here in Tijuana, which is really good. I mean, if you go here, if you ever come to Tijuana, first of all, let me know. I will show you places. Like, I will literally, if any of you guys came to Tijuana and be like, you know what, Jester, I want you to show me around. Yes, we can agree on a time, and I will tell you places to go. But yeah, this is what it usually looks like to eat tacos here in Mexico, which is really good. Like, I will put Tijuana tacos above everyone, and I've been around. Like, I travel around Mexico. All right,
Speedway.
sorry.
Did you go anywhere else?
No.
Did you ever go to a park?
No.
You made reference to knowing about a Brooks a week.
I'm Creole, my kids are Mexican. I don't trust this meal. Keep in mind, while NK is speaking, we saw the video of him, Eric, and Corey talking to us. So we had to leave because of the radio calls about Darrell plowing to the parade. Yeah. I'm very picky about Mexican food. I grew up in a predominantly Hispanic area in California. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you grow up in California, that's as close as you get. It's not the real thing, but it's as close as you get. What happened to Jester Eats is still happening. I'm sorry. The thing about Jester Eats is that, and this is kind of personal, but I'll feel comfortable saying it to you. I'm as heavy as I've been in my life. Like, you can see it right here. I even have it around. If you can see it right here, 85.6 kilograms. That's 190 pounds. And I don't feel, hello, Vicky. I don't feel comfortable with what I'm at right now. So what I'm trying to do is go down to 175 pounds, which is my 170, 175, which is my ideal weight, the weight that I feel comfortable being, and then I can start eating all that stuff again. Because yeah, I stopped taking care of myself, and I don't like that. So as soon as I go back to my weight, the channel is gonna get more content, if that makes sense. I want to put my health first, and then start eating again. if that makes some, I don't know if that makes sense. Good morning, Vicky. How are you doing? And because I know Mel, if she sees her, she wants to know what's inside this egg. Look at this egg. It's almost the size of my face. Look at that. Oh yeah, the tamales video that was not that great. I'm gonna go come real, but hey, thank you, Keisha. But yeah, I need to lose 20 pounds, and then the content is gonna start coming back on. But I just want to go back to being regular me, if that makes sense. Shouldn't take a while. My metabolism is strong, so it shouldn't take a long time.
Prior to these events, you said?
I didn't know everything about him. Miss Patterson had showed me his rap sheet, if you will, and a picture of him, and that was about it. I had heard prior
I'm going to stop the witness unless you want him to go there, not to discuss what may or may not be conduct of Mr. Brooks prior to November 21 of 2021.
Okay.
With that understanding, go ahead and ask the next question.
You made reference to a picture you were shown,
Just a photograph with a rap sheet behind it.
and at some point did you and your mutual friend Corey meet up with Miss Patterson?
Yes.
Do you recall where that was?
Corey and I were in the Dollar General area of Waukesha, which is between East and Broadway Street. We were walking away from Dollar General towards where Erica had said that she was being assaulted and attacked.
And do you recall where that area was?
Yes.
Where was that area?
On White Rock Avenue, right across from White Rock Elementary.
Okay, so we're gonna look for White Rock Elementary. I assume elementary. Okay, so it's a 15-minute walk. All right, then.
In front of the red apartments across from that area.
Red apartments.
Yes.
Do you know what those apartments are called?
I do not know the name. I'm guessing they're called White Rock Apartments.
Yeah, I think and what
do you
Kirby
know
is
if they're-
referring to is those apartments, River Park Apartments. So, and this is where the camera was. I believe you can even see the camera there. There we go. Okay, next.
There's a park in that immediate vicinity.
There is a park there named Frame Park, yes.
Did you ever go to Frame Park?
No.
Yeah, if we move a little bit,
We
that's
were in
the
that
park.
area near the park where the elementary school is and the apartments are.
About what time did you and your mutual friend Corey meet up with Miss Patterson?
Miss Patterson called
Frame Park.
me and said that she was,
About what time was the question? About what
and I'm
time?
getting to that.
I'll direct the witness answer his question specifically. What time?
Honestly, around what time the parade started. I would have to say like dusk. I honestly don't wear a watch, so sorry, I don't remember the time. But if I had to put it,
Yeah, as you can see, the school is literally next to the park. Like the park is, if we move, the park is right here, the school is right here. So literally side by side. And this is why what I wanted to put it in my mind, like, because you hear about it, you say Frame Park, you say the school, you say all of this, but you don't really know what it looked like, where it was. So I wanted to, that's why I wanted to make this video. Hey, thank you. That coffee cup is not a graphic. That's a picture of a coffee cup that Lady Jester gave me when I reached 1,000 subscribers. Like she went to a coffee shop, got that. I don't know how they do it, but they say they somehow did that logo inside the coffee, and then she gave it to me. So it's just a picture. It's not a graphic. It's quite awesome.
put it at a time, I'd probably say about 4:35ish.
Let's back up a little bit. Around what time did you and your mutual friend Corey first hook up that day?
I had worked that whole day, so we didn't meet up until I was done working, which was probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock.
And at some point, you received a phone call from Miss Patterson?
Yes.
You yourself?
Yes.
Right.
And then at that point, what did you do?
When she told me that she was in trouble and she needed help, I went to her aid, which means I took off from where I was near Dollar General and ran to where she told me to go.
Okay, so as we saw right here, going from Dollar General to White Rock Avenue, which was when it happened, it's around 15 minutes walking. So if he was running, he probably got there, I don't know, maybe in 10 minutes. It wasn't that bad.
And when you got there, what did you see?
When I got there, well, halfway towards White Rock Elementary, I stopped a police officer at a barricade and I let him know that a woman was being assaulted in a vehicle.
Okay, where?
And do you recall giving a description of who may have been assaulting your friend?
Good morning, Tony. How are you doing today?
No,
Why not?
because at that point in time, the description didn't matter. I had the identity of the vehicle. So I told them, you need to be looking for a red SUV with a woman screaming out of it.
Right.
And how did you come into the knowledge of the description of the vehicle?
Because I saw the vehicle.
At what point did you see the vehicle?
When Corey and I were walking up White Rock Avenue on the apartment building side of White Rock, which would have been my right if you were walking towards the train tracks that cross White Rock. On my left was White Rock Elementary. I walked past the red vehicle.
Okay, well, let me hear that again.
My right if you were...
There's something about
When
train
Corey
tracks.
and I were walking up White Rock Avenue on the apartment building side of White Rock, which would have been my right if you were walking towards the train tracks that cross White Rock. On my left was White Rock Elementary.
Okay, let me see where there are train tracks that cross White. Oh, wait. That's not right. The train tracks are all the way over here. Unless I'm looking at the wrong Dollar General. But he said the one that was between Northeast and Main. Or, I'm sorry, Broadway. So it must be this one. So he's saying that he walked, all the way back here. Okay, let me hear that again.
She needed help, I went to her aid, which means I took off from where I was near Dollar General and ran to where she told me to go.
Right.
And when you got there, what did you see?
When I got there, well, halfway towards White Rock Elementary, I stopped a police officer at a barricade and I let him know that a woman was being assaulted in a vehicle.
And do you recall giving...
Tony says, after watching these Brooks clips over and over again, you just see once again that Darrell truly thought he was smart enough to win this case, but the opposite. Yeah, I mean, I still don't know how he got there and got up there. And even though at the end he was like, oh, I knew this was going to happen and whatever, he didn't. He still hoped that one of the jurors were going to give him the notification that he needed.
Giving a description of who may have been assaulting your friend?
No,
Why not?
because at that point in time, the description didn't matter. I had the identity of the vehicle. So I told them, you need to be looking for a red SUV with a woman screaming out of it.
And how did you come into the knowledge of the description of the vehicle?
Because I saw the vehicle.
Okay, let's listen.
At what point did you see the vehicle?
When Corey and I were walking up White Rock Avenue on the apartment building side of White Rock, which would have been my right if you were walking towards the train tracks that cross White Rock.
So here.
On my left was White Rock Elementary.
Right?
I walked past the red vehicle, didn't realize that she was in that vehicle. Then Corey and I crossed the street to White Rock Elementary and started walking down the sidewalk, and I heard her scream, Miss Patterson scream, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she screamed and I knew it was her, so I walked back across the street and escorted her across the street over to White Rock Elementary.
Okay. So, yeah.
I don't think that's what
Okay, he was just saying they were going that way. So if they kept walking, they would have been across the train tracks. But everything happened in this little area that we see right here. Like this corner, this right here. I live in Waukee area, have friends, went to small college in Waukesha, so the story in Tijuana is too close to home. Yeah, I mean, if something happened in Tijuana right here, I will. And guess who wanted to come here say hi? Guess who wanted to say hi? Rory. Rory. Everyone say hi to Rory. How are you doing, baby? How are you doing? Wait. There you go. Okay, let's continue listening.
Just giving you full description.
Let's back up a little bit because that doesn't make sense. And
that confirms that he was Darrell Brooks during that altercation, even though he wants to be like, no, that's not me, that was my client, or whatever he wants to say about that. He just admitted right there that it was him. How else he will know that it doesn't make sense?
You stated that you had a description of the vehicle. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
The question was, how did you learn of the description of the vehicle at that point?
Ms. Patterson told me over the phone that she was in a red SUV. There aren't many red SUVs with young women screaming for help in Waukesha.
Okay, then that's another thing that he kind of said it wrong, and Darrell walked with it, is that he heard her screaming while they were on the phone, and then somehow, but he said that he saw her hear her screaming while he was in the car back then. He confused 2 time slots, but what he meant is that he heard her screaming while on the call, while he was walking towards where she was. So not that she heard her screaming out of the car, like physically heard her.
So I'm assuming, because you made reference to stopping law enforcement before arriving to the scene, would that be fair to say?
Yes.
So I'm assuming somewhere in the time of you stopping the law enforcement officer to report what you were being told, and then actually walking past the vehicle as you said you did, and then hearing this and all this, did you give a full report to law enforcement?
At the time when someone was in help and needed help immediately, absolutely not. I said, there's a woman being attacked in a red SUV, you need to call for backup. Now.
And then you just ran.
And then I ran towards the person that needed help.
Yeah, and I think that's how it went. Like, he was here in Dollar General. He ran all the way here. And when he was here on Main Street, which was the parade route, he informed the officers that what he saw, because there must be officers towards all this area. And then he ran back towards the elementary.
Did you at any time give a more detailed report that evening?
No, not that evening.
Did you speak with any more law enforcement that evening?
Yes.
Do you recall whom that was?
I do not recall the officer.
Do you recall whom that was? I know Mel doesn't like that. Like, it sounds wrong. Like, I don't understand why he keeps going with the whom. I guess it sounds more official in his mind. And that's another thing that we can do today. We can look for the words that Darrell Brooks says wrong. That way I can clip them and put them on the video where I'm gonna go through all of them. So let me open a notepad, and we are going to start writing words. So 1412, okay. Day 11, part 5 at 1412. Boom.
Name that showed up in the SUV coming down White Rock, in the police squad SUV. I don't even know the name of the officers that turned into Frame Park and went to the boat launch instead of where...
Oh, yeah. I also saw that. I'm gonna need all the help that I can get for those, because yeah, I saw the ones on the community post. I'm gonna use those. I'm gonna look for those. But since we are here right now and we're listening to the video together, we can just grab the clips, and that way it's going to be easier for me to edit them out and make the video. But yeah, I also have the ones on the community post.
Miss Patterson, myself, and Corey were.
How did you come into the knowledge of where officers turned and went?
Because me, Erica, and Corey were arguing with Mr. Brooks on the side of the road of White Rock, right in front of White Elementary.
Right.
And the officer that I had stopped at the barricade when we were coming to Miss Patterson's aid had radioed for backup, and obviously given them description of the vehicle that I had described to them, the red SUV. That backup came, but they went to Frame Park. They did not go to where we were on White Rock.
Okay, so when the police was going through, they did not went through White Rock. They went this way, or Baxter Street, and then turn into White Rock. So that's and I believe that's what we see. I don't remember what day was when he managed to suppress the evidence. But I want to see that video again.
Any idea why they went to Frame Park if you specifically told them a description of a vehicle and where it was located?
I did not tell them where the vehicle was located.
What became of Nick Kirby? Hopefully he's doing all right. But no, I wouldn't know.
Located because at first incident, Mr. Brooks had taken off in his SUV.
Those faces.
In the police report, and is it fair to say that the officer that took your report was writing down what you told them?
Do you mean the officer that I alerted about the trouble in the SUV?
Well, let me back up. On the next day, the 22nd of November of 2021, did you speak with a detective at that time?
Yes, I did.
And during that interview, were they writing down what you were saying?
I believe so, yes, but I believe it may also have been recorded on tape. I'm not sure.
And do you yourself recall stating to the detective that your friend Miss Patterson was being assaulted somewhere near the area of White Rock School?
Objection, lady. Overruled. He may answer. I'll just caution Mr. Brooks about leading questions since it's his witness, but this particular question you can answer.
Yes, I mentioned that I had received a phone call from Miss Patterson and that she was being assaulted while in a vehicle.
At any time did you identify White Rock School?
I identified the street, which is named White Rock, the apartment buildings, and the school as well as Frame Park.
So you did identify Frame Park?
I identified the entire geographical area.
And at some point, you said you heard your friend Miss Patterson screaming.
Yes.
Yes, at some point, which I guess was when he was on the phone with her.
And do you recall
All right,
when
Johnny.
she was screaming?
Be safe.
Objection, hearsay.
I said, do he recall?
As from the question, he's asking, did he hear? So you may answer.
It's a yes or no.
I do not. Yes, she screamed. Do I remember what she was trying to say? No, I'm guessing it would be help. I'm in trouble. I would assume that that's what a person would scream when they're in trouble, is for help.
Do we still have the exhibit with the footage from the White Rock School available?
The security footage?
The security footage, I'm sorry.
We do.
Walking back in the direction that she had just come from?
I see her on the phone talking to someone, which I assume would be me, telling me where
Mr.
she...
Kirby, I need you to answer the specific question that's being asked at the moment, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, I see her on White Rock on the phone, walking back in the direction she was originally...
Again, Your Honor, I'm
Coming
going to object
from.
to this line of questioning unless the defendant can put this witness there. I don't know what the relevance of this testimony is.
I
Well,
didn't even
the
get to that
exhibit
point.
has been received, it's been published previously.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna give Mr. Brooks some leeway
No,
here.
don't give him leeway.
Overruled.
At
I would like you to get to where you need to go, though.
That was the next question. At this point in the video, had you yet come into a range where you and your mutual friend Corey, had you yet come into a range where you can see Miss Patterson at that point?
Corey was the one that spotted her first.
Could you yourself see her at that point?
I heard her scream. That's what caught my attention.
And you made reference to that scream being heard from inside the vehicle. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, because that's where she was when she called me. And I was still on the phone with her while going down White Rock Avenue. Even while I was talking to the officer, I said, I'm on the phone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Darrell is very good at doing this. Like he tries to confuse the witness between the time that everything happened. Like he's talking about both the phone interaction with him seeing her. Oh yeah, I know, Kelly. This doesn't help him at all. He somehow managed to always make him worse for himself. All right, let's continue.
Phone with her right now. I'm trying to figure out where she is. Can you please call for backup? So we continued down White Rock to look for Miss Patterson.
Yeah, and from here to there.
Would it be fair to say that in the phone call you received, she told you where she was at, and that's the area that you were generally responding to with your mutual friend Corey?
Miss Patterson doesn't know Waukesha. I knew the area she was talking about because I live in that area.
Would it be fair to say that you just testified to when you had the interaction with law enforcement that you stated you're on the phone with her right now trying to figure out where she was? So would it be fair to say at that point you didn't know where she was?
I knew that she was on White Rock. I didn't know exactly where or how far down on White Rock she was at that point in time. At that specific time, I did not know. It wasn't until I seen a red SUV parked in front of the apartment buildings on White Rock that I figured that might be the one that she was in. It was Corey who spotted her across from the road.
We're paused at the 1 minute and 47 second mark of this video. It's a little hard to see houses and things of the like. Can you point out in what area the red apartment you're referring to might be?
It's a touch
It's a
screen.
touch screen, so you can.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can make an arrow point in the direction if that's helpful.
Not good with technology, guys. Sorry. I'm a dirt digger.
Yeah, that's he being smart is not part of his personality. Like he's sly. He's a fox. He takes advantage of situations.
Okay. This is the entrance. This is the entrance to White Rock Elementary. Across the street and up, maybe 20, 30 feet, there's an intersection leading from an apartment building to the White Rock campus. That would be up here in this general corner, right here. This whole area.
Right.
Would it be fair to say
And that's this place.
that from where we're paused at in the video, we can't tell if there's any vehicle parked in that general area?
You literally just played the video where the vehicle
Just
turned
answer the
around.
question, sir.
Just answer the question, Kirby.
No, you cannot see it from this angle.
Yeah, at most you can see this
Can you
house.
please clear the...
So it was
arrow?
this camera,
Thank you.
and you cannot
Would it
see
be
the
fair to
rest of
say
this.
that where the video is paused now, that Miss Patterson is not, or who you identified as Miss Patterson is not inside of a vehicle?
She is not inside of a vehicle in this video, no.
Can we play it from 1 minute and 47 seconds?
Go ahead.
Pause there. At this point, had you come into a range where you can see Miss Patterson at that point?
No.
The record video's paused at 2:13.
I'm
If-
sorry.
If they couldn't see it, they must have been
13.
all the way up here, up the street.
Keep going.
Like going this way.
And you made reference to your friend Corey spotting her first.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Corey had said that she thought she had seen her across the street, and we looked, and we crossed the street once, and then we crossed the street back over. Then we crossed again for the final time. That wasn't until later when the incident with Mr. Brooks took part. Or took place.
And at this point, walking with your friend Corey, had she alerted you to spotting Miss Patterson at that point?
She said she's over here. She must be out of his car now or something. She said something along the lines of that. So we went across the street and there was Miss Patterson hobbling down the street with a boot on her leg.
You made reference to your friend Corey saying she must be out of his car now. Do you know, as you were walking with your friend Corey, do you know if she observed Miss Patterson being in a vehicle at that point?
She was with me when the phone call came. So I assume that when someone tells me that they're in a vehicle, then they are in a vehicle. That does not mean that they would be in a vehicle by the time I got there. I was on foot. And I wasn't walking, I was running.
Can you play it from 2:13? Hard to see down in that corner.
Hold on, let it play.
Okay. Pause right there. Is that 409?
Yes.
All right. I guess this is what I wanted to do with that video. But yeah, it makes sense. I don't know why people are saying that he said stuff wrong. Like it sounded difficult because of some of the stuff that he said during the interview. but it sounds correct. Oh, he lied later on. What did he say? About the knife?
Point.
Well, I know the exhibit. I just
Yeah, you can see it right there. Like when he's this is the part where he was saying that she Corey saw her right there, and he was talking on the phone.
using the touchscreen. Can you identify if you see yourself in this video? Can you identify where you are?
I'm right here.
And
Oh, the last part. Okay, we're gonna take a look at that after.
can you identify who the other person is that's shown on the exhibit?
That's Miss Corey.
You can play from right
Let's
there.
clear that first and then.
Oh,
play.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I would be irritated if Darrell just speak to me. That would be enough for me to get him out.
Well, before we play, could you see from right there where you are? Can you see Miss Patterson, where her position is at that point?
No.
Can we play it from right there?
Go ahead.
Yeah, they saw her. She gets out of the vehicle,
Can we pause?
and then they meet over here. Yeah, that makes sense. What? Okay, so let's.
Person that day, and I knew exactly who he was because she had showed me his picture and rap sheet prior. Her child's father, the father of. If the
Is
video,
that fair to say?
if the
A taco mukbang video. I will do that. I love tacos, and I have some very good tacos around my house and all over. Actually, like this is let me share with you, because one of the things that I wanted to do with my other channel, with the Jester Eats channel, is I have 2 series in mind, and I'm gonna need to buy a microphone to do those. But one is finding the best taco in Tijuana, which is gonna be difficult. I'm gonna have to go to many taquerias in order for me to look for that. And the other one is the many countries in Tijuana, which is I'm going to go and look for how many countries I can go to eat inside Tijuana, because we have Peruvian food, we have Indian food, we have Lebanese food. So Chinese food is big in here. So I'm gonna try to do that, show you a restaurant about every country that you can find in Tijuana. It should be fun.
video proves that, then yes.
Last response. I'm just going to remind both of you, please answer.
Multiple times, went down the opposite direction of White Rock Avenue, across the railroad tracks and the intersection of Perkins and White Rock, and then turned back around and came back down. That is what you saw in the video here when the red vehicle pulled up on the school side of White Rock. After the altercation between Miss Patterson, Mr. Brooks, Miss Corey, and myself, the 3 of us, Miss Patterson, Miss Corey, we started to leave. I told Mr. Brooks, you need to get out of here. The police have been called. You need to leave. You need to leave now. You do not belong here.
Yeah, Peruvian food is great. When I went to Peru, I had a ton of stuff. I have alpaca. I had chicken. They roast their chicken a different way. I had a ton of stuff. Like the beef in there is different, and they don't have spicy food. Like I was looking for sauces and all of that. I'm Mexican. I like putting salsa in my food, but they didn't have any that were spicy.
I did not expect.
Can you strike everything that's not pertaining to the question that was asked?
Actually, I'm just describing the entire event in its entirety.
I understand. I'll strike the responses.
Like, he's so proud that he managed to get Nick out of his comfort zone. Like, he's proud on what he did today.
Being non-responsive to the question, the jury is to disregard it. Re-ask your question again.
Okay. Do you recall where you and your two female friends went after the altercation?
We started to head back in the direction of the women's shelter where they lived,
Okay.
where they were staying at the time.
Women's Shelter, Waukesha. 1 second. So the nearest women's shelter is here. The women's center, which makes sense because it's close to where they were. And I believe the Dollar General is right here. Yeah. So that makes sense that they were there. And we need indications from White Rock Elementary. So walking. Oh God. That's not what I wanted. But it will take around 376 hours to walk from Milwaukee to Texas. That's a long walk. So Kirby could not have made that walk in that amount of time. There we go. So it's around 20 minutes.
Do you recall at any point during your travels to the women's shelter, as you referred to it, do you recall at any time coming into contact with another law enforcement officer?
Within that point in time, no. Except for the one that pulled out of Frame Park.
Right.
By a law enforcement?
Part way down White Rock, and that was when I had told the officer, because he wouldn't get out of it, to be on Perkins Avenue, or street or road, whatever it is. The officer had a red SUV that took off back down White Rock towards Perkins Avenue, or street or road, whatever it is. The officer had asked me if there was someone with a knife, and that was when I held up my left hand, and I said no. I said I have 12 stitches from a knife injury on this hand, but this is what you need to be looking for, is this red SUV. And I'm guessing that's where the miscommunication of the knife came in, and I don't know where that officer went after that.
Wait.
And
He said that Darrell Brooks went to Perkins Avenue? That's the wrong way.
Avenue, or that they need to be on the lookout for a red SUV that took off back down White Rock towards Perkins Avenue, or street or road, whatever it is. The officer had asked me if there was someone with a knife, and that was when I held up my left hand, and I said no. I said I have 12 stitches from a knife injury on this hand, but this is what you need to be looking for.
Wait, if Darrell Brooks went to Perkins Avenue, and then he circled back, got into Main Street, and did all of that, why not just go over to Moreland Boulevard? Just go this way.
Is this red SUV?
Hello, Donnie.
And I'm guessing that's where the miscommunication of the knife came in, and I don't know where that officer went after that.
And would it be fair to say that that was the second law enforcement officer that you had spoke with that day, at that time?
Yes. You are referring to November 21st?
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
During that interaction with the second law enforcement officer, do you yourself recall stating that a black guy just assaulted my friend?
No.
Well, it is what happened.
Any reason why the officer would report that?
Objection calls for speculation.
Rounds.
Sustained. Calls for speculation.
Did you yourself sustain any injuries during the altercation?
It was stricken because you can hear on the video that Erica is saying stuff about when he ran her over with her foot, and that was they agreed that that was not gonna come up, so he had the power to remove the entire video just because she mentioned that about the foot injury, which is another separate trial which he also lost. All right, so I just wanted to make sure of how that happened. Now, what I want to do with you guys is that I want to take a little look at the Sarah Boone interview. Who is less likely to not strike me? Is this one?
Just let us know if at any time you need more, okay? Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, ma'am. Can I want to ask you about these whenever we have a moment.
Sure. So obviously, he received
I like that the subtle interrogation technique that it's already been in play here. Like they put it in the corner, like his face away from the door, all the way to the bottom of the room, and they put themselves between her and the door. Like I've seen enough real true crime stuff to know that that's a technique by the police to let her know that they are their way out. If she doesn't go through them, she cannot go to the door.
his autopsy. So I'm going to read you your rights again because we have to talk about that, and since I'm talking about the incident, we just have to do it, just like we did yesterday. Just like we did yesterday. Remember I read you the rights? Your rights? Yeah. So it's the exact same thing, but since I'm asking you follow-up questions, I need to read them to you, okay?
Sure.
All right. So Dr. Lighted for you before questioning without charge. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
And do you understand what I just read you?
It's okay, Tony. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna start pumping videos out of that. So have a good day at work, and be on the lookout for the Sarah Boone videos.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. So this morning we went to his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So I want. So he's got scratch marks to his back.
I know what that's from.
Okay. And
Oh, she knows where that's from.
it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is?
Yeah, I will say this. Like, it's very sad that Jorge had to die. Like, she's not a judge. She's not supposed to make that decision. Even though, let's say, for a minute, let's believe her and what she said about the domestic abuse is true. That's not her place to do that. She can get out. She can ask for help. He didn't need to die.
So like basically you're getting hit, and then you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising. Like someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay.
Ah, okay. So she immediately removes herself from that accusation.
Also, too, he fell off my son's bike,
Okay.
so I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the
Okay.
hall tree. So
Okay. Okay.
I don't-
What about the scratches? Because
Sex.
there's also sex.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also like a scratch on like the back of his neck, like kind of like going, but it's like going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from.
And they're all recent. Like they occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty,
Okay.
we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
That's why, the only thing I thought you guys were going to ask me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mhm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is. Nonetheless, I've had my son over at the house, too, so
Well, your son was there when? When was he last there?
Yeah, I mean, he was a human being. He was another child raised victim from male victims domestic violence. Yeah, that's the one of the things that you don't hear often, because obviously domestic violence in men is not frowned up. It's not something that we talk about, because we're supposed to be men. We're supposed to take it. We're supposed to not say anything about it. But yeah, good for them
oh, gosh.
that they raise money for that.
From my understanding, he was there like last Tuesday.
I don't know if it was Tuesday, but yes, he was there last week, so.
Well, we're talking about Sunday.
Yeah.
We're just talking about what occurred Sunday. Because like I said, the injuries they occurred within that time period.
So you're talking about day before yesterday?
Sunday leading into Monday. You called us yesterday at 1, but the incident, you guys were painting and stuff the night prior.
Correct.
So we're talking about Sunday and then
That's
into
why
Monday.
I'm thoroughly confused, because we had a good time sitting on the back porch, having wine, and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play, and listen to music. That's why nobody got out of sorts. This is what's mind-blowing to me. I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had...
But that's the danger of alcohol, Sarah. That's the danger of alcohol, that it clouds your mind. So maybe what you remember happening was everything was fine up to that point, up to the point that we were doing puzzles and everything like that. But then something could have happened. You could have more wine than it should have, and then you scratch him. And that's the danger of alcohol, that you don't remember, but you still do things. Reason why I stopped drinking.
Like on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising, and on like his head and his skull.
I have no idea.
As if something hit him.
I
considered
have not
force
touched him.
trauma.
I have not touched him. I have not touched him.
Then how would you get those injuries?
Tell me and we'll both know. I have not touched him.
Yesterday, when we took photographs of your overall body, and they did the buccal swabs, did they go under your fingernails?
No.
Okay. Are you willing to let us
Absolutely.
swab underneath your fingernails?
Go for it.
Okay.
I have no idea, and I don't want to seem out of sorts, but I have no idea. We had a good day. It was a good day. We've had good days lately, even considering everything that's going on with our jobs and life in general and ex-wives and everything. It's been good. I don't even know where this is coming from.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
said
even
the
know.
last physical was probably, you said, I think, a month ago? Where you got the injury, right? You said that was a
I'll
month
say
ago?
a few weeks, give or take, yeah.
A few weeks. That was the last, physical altercation between the two of you? Yeah, you said a month ago he hit you with a curtain rod.
Yeah, with a curtain rod. That's why I can't believe you guys didn't take that either.
Huh.
We've been good. I don't know if, it's since the last time he got out of jail. Like, we've been good, and he's been having his classes. And
Like, look at that. Right now, he's trying to paint Jorge as a bad guy. Like, right now, he's trying to be like, he just got out of jail. Like, he was doing his classes. He was the one having trouble, not me.
and seeing his probation officer, who's amazing. So
He was in parole.
What do you mean by good? What's your definition of good?
the probation officer,
No, you said you guys have been good. What's your definition?
I've been good. I don't think you all understand. He comes at me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or try to go upstairs and go to sleep. That's usually what it is. And I don't know if you talk to Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I flee, I go over there.
But why flee? Why not flee permanently? Like, I understand that there are psychological reasons for why people don't leave their abusers. But you already had the opportunity to leave. It's not like Jorge was down there in your ex-husband's house begging you to come back. You can leave, Sarah.
So,
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, there hasn't, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago, so.
give or take.
Right, so what do you mean by he comes after you? Like,
He gets belligerently drunk.
mhm.
Like, I don't know if you all have looked through my phone yet and seen any of the pictures and the videos that I have taken.
Oh, trust me, they've been through your phone, Sarah. They definitely know about the pictures and the videos.
Mhm.
And at one point, I started documenting everything.
Okay.
So you all will see in my pictures, bloody fingers, split foreheads, he split my nose. I've got this.
Right.
I don't know if Brian told you about it, where I had to have almost I had one really bad surgery, but then it got really, 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 really bad, where I had to go like 4 or 5 more times afterwards for them to tend to it, from him poking me in the back of the leg.
Right.
Wait, she's saying that Jorge hit her leg or something enough to require surgery?
So it's,
Then why are you still with him?
everybody
Yeah.
asks me that. When I tell you guys this, I really love him, like I do, and I feel like I can help him. Like, I feel like I could help him, which I did, because he came a really long way from where he was in Philadelphia to moving back to here and to dealing with everything else that he's been dealing with.
Mhm.
I've really helped him. I've bailed him out of jail, 3 times. I've gone to every single hearing and every single arraignment, everything that I did for him. Gone to see all his public defenders, go to the state. I've gone to the state. I did everything for him because I'm trying to help him, because I had hope in him. And he was trying. He was really trying. And then he starts to think about things, and I think he gets overwhelmed, and then it's like, the next thing I know, he's drinking. So it's like, oh man, I know where this is going to go, so I'm going to go upstairs and read a book, or I'm going to go for a bike ride, or I'm going to do something else. Where I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink.
Well, you drank like 4 liters of alcohol, Sarah. That's not someone who doesn't want to drink doesn't do that.
The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I have to tend to Lucas. I have to take him to school. I have all this stuff to do. He doesn't know how to, I guess, maintain himself, where I can do 50 things at once and still know the 50 things more prior that I need to get done. He can't process like that. He didn't process like that. So he would literally, not literally, but have smoke coming out of his ears. So the next thing you know, he doesn't want to deal with it. I'm going to go get something to drink. So the majority of the time, I would hang out outside or do something else because I don't want to drink. And every time, his job broke his heart. And it made me sad because he had so much pride in his job.
But just because he starts drinking doesn't mean that you have to drink with him, Sarah. It's fine. Like, he can drink on his own.
The store that he took care of so much, totally went downhill. And that broke his heart because he had put so much work and effort into fixing it up. And his manager was awful and basically gave up on all of the employees. So I think that had a huge bearing on why he would drink so much. His ex-wife is bonkers. She was all over him all the time. Send me money, send me money, send me money. How can I send you money when I don't have a job? And he's still trying to take care of me and Lucas by paying a bill here or there, getting some groceries. So he always had something on his mind, which is why, again, I got the puzzles and the paint to try to get him off of it so we don't have a drink, or he doesn't have a drink. So when you all see my phone, you can see all of the damage he has done to me and the videos of him smashing my television because he's belligerently drunk. Where most of the time, I just don't want to be there. And I try to help him. I try to calm him down. Eventually, he just passes out.
Well, yesterday it made it sound like you guys were just drinking like a glass or two. Like, yeah, you obviously had the bottle, but you told me on recording like that you were not drunk, he was not drunk, you guys were having a good time.
I can't get drunk. Number one,
Oh, she
I do
was
not
drunk.
want to get drunk.
Like in the video that she recorded, you can hear her drunk. I am Darrell versus Klein, but I'm listening. Everything Sarah says is a lie. That cut on her leg was from falling from a broken wine glass when she was drunk. Yeah, I don't believe her when everyone can get drunk, like no matter what. And she's a small woman. It doesn't take a lot for a small woman to get drunk. So I don't trust her. And then I always remember that if you see the body cam footage of her, she at one point is so thirsty, so dehydrated that she drinks water out of a hose that is outside a house. Like that's how drunk she was the night before.
I don't like being non-compos mentis, having my wits about myself. I don't like feeling out of control. So
I'm just saying you're making it sound like he's a raging alcoholic today, and yesterday I was kind of asking you those questions and you're like a little defensive, like, no, we're not alcoholics.
I'm not.
We are not, you know. But you guys were both sober on Sunday, to your knowledge, because when I said you went and passed out, you were like, no, I didn't pass out, I just fell asleep. So now it's kind of like...
That's passing out. She was so drunk that she passed out of without knowing that she passed out.
Like, what is it? Were you guys drinking and it got out of hand and
No.
It got physical?
No.
Or is it...
Sunday was one of the better days that we have had in quite some time. He's dancing with my dog. You can see that too on the pictures, him loving the dog. He loves the dog and dancing around, having a good time, and just being happy kind of thing. He doesn't know, I can get like maybe 2-3 glasses of wine and I'll be fine. But I have to have my wits about myself because I don't know what to expect.
Well, let's talk...
Ooh, that's not a good thing to say, Sarah. Like, you had more than 2 or 3 drinks. So what she's saying right now is that, okay, if I do this, I don't know how I'm going to act. I could kill someone and I wouldn't remember. That's basically what she's saying right now.
Talk about Sunday. What was Sunday? How were you, like, how many glasses of wine did you have? How many glasses of wine did he have? The bottle was gone. I mean, I don't know if you poured any out. Yes.
No, that was from previous.
You said that there was a half bottle left over.
Yeah, about this much.
And then that you had well, I don't even know how the wine, how'd you guys get the wine for Sunday?
I'm guessing he went to Publix.
Does he like leave the house and you stay home, or do you go to Publix? Like, cause
sometimes I'll go with him.
Okay. Did you go with him Sunday to Publix?
So most of the time what happens is, because the convenience store where we get cigarettes is here, and then Publix literally is cattywampus to it.
Okay.
So what he'll do is he'll go by Publix, and then on the way back, catch the convenience store.
Okay.
So
is that what he did Sunday?
I'm guessing that's what he did, because the next thing I know, he's walking in with a bottle.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's him trying to be nice, so I don't have to go out and do it. Plus, there's stuff that are around the house that I had to take care of. So that's usually what will happen. Or I'm folding laundry and he'll go run out and do whatever.
Okay. So, where were you
He's
guys
not
at on drunkenness, not drunkenness on Sunday? You told us you weren't drunk.
No, I was not drunk.
Right.
I was not drunk. So with him, I don't know. I know when it's like, oh, okay, man, where I had told him, slow down. It's starting to catch up with you. Slow down. Slow down. And another thing, too, is I don't like listening to music with him because he gets too involved in the music, and the music that he listens to is a little rough around the edges, and, like, just, it makes me fractious.
One glass of wine and you're at the table. Yeah. A lady yesterday is like that. She cannot, she doesn't drink a lot because of that. Like, she's a small woman. And a small woman gets drunk easily. It's just physics. It's a ton of alcohol in a small body. Obviously, you are going to go through that.
Listening to his music, so.
Like I say, I'm 190 pounds. So I can, and I'm a male, so I can take my alcohol. I don't do it anymore, but I can do a lot without losing my wits about me.
I kept asking him, let's just you and me talk. You and me will just be the ones that are talking, which was fine, because, I mean, we were playing with the dog, whatever, and then it's like, okay, now let's do the painting. We just did the puzzle, took a break, now let's do this. Sure enough, sat down, we're sitting in there talking, laughing, talking about new movies, we're watching movie trailers while we're doing...
I hate watching, like, off topic, I hate watching movie trailers nowadays. Because the trailer tells you the entire movie. Like, how you guys notice that? Like, you watch a trailer and then you watch the movie, and like they gave you beat for beat everything that happens. A trailer is no longer a teaser about a movie. They tell you everything that's going to happen. So I avoid trailers at all times. I did watch that movie Hoppers that just came out from Pixar. That's a good movie. I like that movie.
Painting and all that other stuff. So it's still background noise to him, because I think that's what he's used to, is having background noise. Where me, I can sit in here all day with not a peep. But he always has to have some kind of background noise, which I didn't mind because the trailers were cool. And he was interested in showing them to me. Getting excited about movies that were out or upcoming.
Okay.
So
on your laptop you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay.
And I mean, and then it was...
But you said it was a good day, like, you guys didn't have any conversations about your relationship, you guys didn't go down, like, the rabbit hole, like, had too many to drink, and you guys start getting...
Nope. When I tell you this, it made me so happy that he actually listened to what I had to say with just, we'll get through it. This will be fine. It's just, it's a small hurdle that you and I together will get through, because...
I'm talking about the money, jobs,
daughters, yes.
Nothing relationship-wise, though. Like, no issues, like, did you guys have a conversation about your relationship, or was it just about,
just
like,
what's going on right now?
Got it.
I try to evoke it from him so he gets it off his chest, because I call him the volcano, where eventually he's going to erupt.
Right.
And what he has learned in his classes is to communicate, which is a huge thing in a relationship, where he has been practicing communication. So he actually talks to me about things and unburdens himself. Put it on me. I'll sit there and try and figure it out for you, like I have almost everything. Not a worry. Just tell me. Get it?
You have all, like, I'm sorry, Sarah, but you sound kind of, by how you act and the things that you wrote and the way that you act during the trial, I don't believe that you have everything. Like, you need to work a little bit more to be able to say that.
Get out of you.
Right.
But it was, when I tell you, I was so happy. Like, it was such a good day. I kid you not. The weather was beautiful outside. I'm the one that had him go inside so we can do puzzles and painting and listen to music or whatever else he wants to do. So then he starts doing whatever it is we're doing together.
But that's now it sounds like you planned this, Sarah. You were the one who brought the activities. You pull him outside from whatever he was doing, and you said that you knew when he was about to, how much he had to drink to be out of himself. So now it sounds like you planned that.
In the living room, and then starts talking, because I think he gets comfortable with, okay, you know what, we're here, it is a good day. Let me go ahead and explain myself. So I know. Nobody else knows, but I know. Nobody knew George better than I did. I say that I knew George better than himself. And I tried in every way.
He has this God complex. He has this savior complex that she needs validation. She needs people to know that she is the one that is good and he's bad. No one cares about that, Sarah.
Shape and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him. I miss him a lot, and I didn't even sleep last night. I miss him a lot.
I mean,
Okay, now she feels sorry for me. I didn't sleep. I miss him. Give me a break.
is there any chance it got to be too much for you and you couldn't handle taking care of him and
I never stopped.
trying to...
I never stopped.
Yeah, Irene,
That's what I'm here for.
I 100% believe that she was the one being abusive to him. He was not a big guy. Like, he was also under 100 pounds. So it made sense.
I never stopped. I'm here now because I'm still trying to help him.
Yeah, we just don't, I mean, it's unexplainable how he got these injuries, and
I have no idea.
you were the only one with him.
100% right hand to God. I have no idea how he got them. Nobody touched
You may get stricken down right there, Sarah. Don't say that. Don't do that.
anybody. Nobody touched anybody.
Okay. You had mentioned that you would take photos, videos, just kind of like a proof and just in general.
Yeah, I started documenting at one point, but that was way before, I think, the last time that he got arrested, where he was flying off the deep end.
Okay.
But then I had him bailed out. I got him out of jail.
Right.
But
Right.
because he had violated the pretrial diversion, this time it's probation, so you don't have a choice in it. You have to go to see your probation officer. You have to go to these classes. It's court-ordered.
Mm-hmm.
Where it took him a while to get used to it and understand, they're not messing around. I even went down and met his probation officer, which I say she's wonderful. That's one of my questions, too, I need to talk to you about. Hugged me and said how much she knows that I take care of him. She called me personally one time when George was at work, when he was working. 42-minute phone call. She and I just saying how grateful she is that George has me. And she knows how hard I'm working to help him, just as she is and just as the classes will. So once he started actually going on a regular basis to the probation officer and then to his substance abuse class and his, I don't know what BIP stands for, Matters Intervention Program, and actually listening to what it is everyone had to say, he changed. Like I could see a change in him, where before lashing out, he would think about it.
Yeah, that's the thing, Irene. That was a toxic relationship. They both needed to stay away from each other. It was not right. It was toxic. That's as good as I can put it. And you know that. You know when you're being toxic. You know when you don't have to be there with a person. You just have to find help. And she had help. She had her ex-husband, her kid. He had reasons to get away from that. Both him and her. So yeah, I don't know.
And would always come home and show me his papers, and we would look over his papers together. Where it's like, wow, you actually are learning this in class? And some of the stuff that they would show them, like videos, he would come home and be like, Sarah, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. Because for a video that he watches to make him feel that way, where it's like, oh man, I have done her wrong. But he's changed. He changed.
And that's why you're still with him, even though he's done all these things to you. And
when I tell you I love him, I love him.
Even when you love somebody, you have limits.
Everybody tells me that. All my neighbors don't tell me that. The office property manager.
At some point, somebody gets enough, then they have to do something to defend themselves.
I would just flee, and I don't know if you would like to see it on my phone, or I think it's actually on a laptop. I actually, because, and you have to understand too, I have, like, prior to classes in PO, kicked him out how many times?
Yeah, that's the issue, Sarah. If you have the need to kick someone out of your house, then you don't need to be with that person. And the only reason why you say that you want us to be with him is because you love him. But that's not enough. That's not something healthy for you or for him to do that. But yeah, we're gonna see a lot more of that when I keep going with the trial. So if you guys have something else that you guys want me to watch, something to take a look, I'm open to it. If not, we're gonna call it here. So let me know if you guys want me to check something out before I leave. Nah, okay. All right. I guess not. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Amber Heard. Yeah, we're gonna go to Amber Heard. I'm gonna start editing that today, and you're gonna see it sometime this week. The first opening statements and all of that, because it sounds interesting to me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And remember that you're great, that you matter, that I'm really happy that you're here. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.